Every year, the watch world tells a new story. Some years are about wild innovation. Some years are about nostalgia. And some years, like 2025, are about balance. In 2025, we saw heritage brands flex their muscles, independent watchmakers steal the spotlight, and everyday collectors finally get watches that feel expensive without breaking the bank. So today, we're counting down the best watches of 2025. Not just the most expensive, not just the rarest, but the watches that actually define the year. Whether you're a serious collector, a casual enthusiast, or just someone who loves beautiful objects, you're in the right place. And trust me, stay till the end because some of these picks might surprise you. All right, let's talk watches. Before we jump into specific models, let's answer an important question. What actually makes a watch one of the best? In 2025, it wasn't just about price tags or brand names anymore. The best watches this year shared a few key qualities. Wearability. Does it actually fit real wrists? Design clarity. Can you recognize it instantly? Mechanical credibility. Is the movement solid, reliable, or innovative? Value. Does it justify its price, whether cheap or expensive? And cultural impact. That people actually talk about it. Some watches tick all 5 boxes. Others dominate just one, and that's enough to earn their place. Now, let's get into the heavy hitters. Let's start with a watch that simply refuses to leave the conversation, the Rolex GMT Master 2. In 2025, this watch didn't need a redesign. It didn't need flashy updates. It didn't need hype. It already was the standard. The GMT Master 2 remains one of the most practical luxury watches ever made, tracking multiple time zones, built like a tank, and instantly recognizable from across the room. What made it special in 2025 is this. While trends changed, this watch stayed relevant without trying. And in a world obsessed with what's new, consistency became its superpower. Right next to it sits another legend, the Omega Speedmaster. Yes, the Moonwatch. In 2025, the Speedmaster continued to thrive not because of nostalgia alone, but because Omega kept refining it quietly. Better movements, sharper finishing, still unmistakably a Speedmaster. This is the rare watch that can be worn with a suit, a hoodie, or a spacesuit and still makes sense. And that's why it remains one of the most respected chronographs on the planet. Now, let's talk about watches that define 2025, not because of history, but because of momentum. In 2025, Cartier proved something important. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. Their approach focused on clean lines, elegant proportions, and design that feels timeless rather than trendy. Cartier watches became the go-to choice for people who wanted luxury without shouting. Quiet confidence was the theme, and Cartier mastered it. Then there's Audemars Piguet. The Royal Oak continued to dominate the ultra-luxury space, but what stood out in 2025 was just how technically ambitious AP became. Ultra-thin cases, complex movements, finishing that borders on obsession. This isn't a watch you buy just to tell time. It's a mechanical sculpture. And in 2025, AP reminded everyone why they're still at the top. Now, let's switch gears, because not everyone watching this video plans to spend luxury car money on a watch. And honestly, some of the most exciting watches of 2025 lived in the affordable space. Tissot PRX continued its reign. In 2025, it wasn't just popular, it was everywhere. Why? Integrated bracelet, clean dial design, automatic movement, and a price that feels almost unfair. This watch became the entry point for countless new collectors, and for good reason. It looks expensive, wears comfortably, and doesn't pretend to be something it's not. That's winning. And of course, Seiko. Seiko had another strong year by doing exactly what Seiko does best, making reliable, well-designed watches across every price range imaginable. From divers to dress watches to daily beaters, Seiko remained the backbone of the watch world in 2025. You may upgrade from a Seiko one day, but you never really outgrow it. One of the biggest shifts in 2025, independent watchmakers finally got mainstream attention. Collectors started looking beyond the big names and asking deeper questions. Who made this? Why is it different? What's the story? Smaller brands brought creativity back into the conversation. Unique dials, unconventional cases, and movements you don't see every day. These watches may not be household names yet, but they represent where watchmaking is headed. Now, let's zoom out for a moment, because 2025 wasn't just about individual watches, it was about trends. Smaller case sizes returned. Comfort won over ego. Vintage-inspired designs stayed strong, not replicas, reinterpretations. Steel remained king. Gold is nice, steel is timeless. And people cared more about stories than status. And that might be the healthiest trend of all. So, what were the best watches of 2025? They weren't all the most expensive. They weren't all the rarest, but they all had something in common. They made people feel something. And at the end of the day, that's what great watches do. Now, I want to hear from you. Which watch do you think truly owned 2025? Did we miss your favorite? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because the watch world never stops ticking.